Welcome to the LOCCATA project presentation.
Des Projektes LOCCATA. LOCCATA ist ein System.
The LOCCATA system makes location-based information available to the hiker directly on the trail.
Das heißt, hat eine digitale Karte.
That means that they have a digital map on their mobile phone and that they can get their bearings using GPS, as well as being able to access information about points of interest that are to the left or right of the path.
LOCCATA is working with GALILEO as GPS, and GALILEO is a European system, navigation system, which is under development at the European Commission, and a lot of industries, European industries, working on it. And it works like the GPS with the same system, with a signal transmitted by the satellite, and the receiver can get its position.
I would like to present the two different ways that LOCCATA can be used. The first one is the so-called Montaphone, a play on words combining the region of Montaphone with the word telephone. If your mobile has Bluetooth, you can open a connection to a positioning device, like this tiny GPS receiver. Now I can expect to be alerted whenever I am near a point of interest, because my mobile will start vibrating. For example, here at the mountain station. I take my mobile out and can now scroll through all of the points of interest that the region has to offer. In this way, I can see that there is another point of interest nearby, called the Christberg Saddle. The distances are visible, and when I'm close to it, I can see a turn-off that leads to the miner's path. Now all I have to do is simply click and call for information to find out what other points of interest are around. The idea for the LOCCATA project was based on an idea that most people now own a mobile telephone and that the average hiker has media savvy. It is now possible for the region of Montaphone to expand the number of hiking trails available dynamically using the LOCCATA system. In principle, the tourism associations and the hotels can let the guests upload the pertinent software onto their own end terminal. Not only that, a PDA, or personal digital assistant, has the advantage of having a bigger screen than a normal mobile telephone, and it works like a small computer. The PDA has more computational power than a mobile phone. What we would like to present now is an application that not only gives you information about the individual points of interest, but it also shows you what part of the hike you are on at the moment by way of a map. The hiker can also click onto a point of interest that he wants information about. The user can access information about the region using different media like audio, pictures, and later videos and texts by using the LOCCATA system, and they don't have to thumb through a hiking guide looking for the right page. One of the advantages of LOCCATA is that we don't have to put up so many signs along the hiking trails anymore, which means that we won't be making any more signpost forests. Nature will be left untouched, just the way it is. Another advantage is that we can incorporate a lot more information using the system than we could ever put on a signpost.
Ja, bei dieser Wanderung, das nennt sich der Berg.
This hike is called the Miner's Path. It is concerned with supplying information about historical mining activities in the region as well as noteworthy details about the mountain forests and geology. A number of viewpoints were chosen and described, and their landscape and cultural landscape characteristics explained.
Landschaftlichen oder kulturlandschaftlichen Eigenarten werden dort erklärt.
Wellness is a big topic nowadays, and this piece of equipment could also be used to get fit out in the natural landscape with concrete instructions.
What makes this special is that we are not using a rigid system. The guests in the Montafon will have the possibility to download new routes all the time. The stand Montafon will have the chance to expand the routes and to update them. They aren't buying a restricted system. Instead, the guests come with their own mobile end terminals and can take their daily tour with them digitally.
One vision, for example, would be that you would use software and technology to take a hike independent of common signs and signposts. Digital information about long hikes or main routes, of which there are plenty in Vorarlberg, could be downloaded onto these devices and made available to the user. This way, we wouldn't have to put up so many signs.
If you activate this type of mobile application, you can see where you are at any given moment. This means that guests would be able to move around the region independently and directly. The security aspect that the system provides for the user is enormous. In the future, our guests will be bringing their own equipment with them, or they will be able to rent it from their hotel. It has been designed so that it is easy to operate. You just have to start it up, start walking, and access information.